Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to day 2 of Total Life Transformation. I'm not going to keep you guys long today. I don't believe that learning something new should be difficult. I think that human beings hey Sabrina, how are you? I think that, hey Sin, how are you? Hey Sam. Sin, Sam, Sabrina, Mac, and Zamir. Oh, I love that name, Zamir. That's beautiful. How you guys doing? Hey Lisa, hey Lizzie. So as I was saying, I feel like human beings, we make things so difficult already. So learning something new also should not be difficult, especially if we're trying to transform our lives, if we're trying to deprogram and then reprogram. Like, there's just so much going on. Hey Selena, hey Glenna. Hey Jess, you guys, welcome to day 2 of Total Life Transformation. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I will be here at 10 a.m. We'll go for like 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour. It just depends on you all, right? If you have like tons of questions or insight that you want to share, like, I'm here for it. I'm here for you. But yeah, so let's just get started. It is 10:01. I wonder what that is. If somebody could look up the angel number 10:01, that would be beautiful, and share with it in the comments. So if you're new here, my name is Danae Dominic. I am a life and spiritual coach. I am doing this series on total life transformation because I want everyone to know and to learn, understand, and or be who they truly are authentically. Thank you so much for the likes. I want to just share my knowledge and my wisdom. You know, it's so important that we as a collective understand that we are the co-creators of our life, of our movie, right, that we're living. You know, so many of us are living lives that other people created for us, and I honestly, wholeheartedly believe that it's time that we all like grab the reins, so to speak, and take over and control our lives. So I do this because I love you and because I want to hold space for you so that I can guide you through total life transformation processes so that you can, number one, be the hero in your own life or your own movie, whatever you want to call it. I know when I was little, I used to always think that someone was watching me. I didn't understand the whole Matrix thing. That wasn't in my vocabulary, but now as I'm getting older, I get it, right? There is always someone watching, so I used to pretend like I was just in this movie. I'm also here because I want to help you to fulfill your purpose, and I want you to learn how to master your destiny. So let's get right into it. Today I want to talk to you about the 6 human needs, okay? So let me open up my notes and let's just jump into it. Now, I don't have the best memory, okay? I'm going to be 100 with all of y'all. So I'm going to look at my notes quite frequently. Don't judge me. Just go with it. That way, if I look at my notes, I make sure that I'm giving you all the information that you're going to need, okay? All right. Thank you guys for joining today. Hey, Christy. I appreciate all of you being here. Please like and share this live with your friends, family, colleagues, whoever. And then also, if there's anything that you do miss while we're here together live, please know that I will be posting all of these sessions on my YouTube channel. You can find that information in my profile. But if not, you can just look me up online, Danae Dominic, okay? All right, so the 6 human needs. At the core of all of our decisions, right, and all of our behaviors, they are driven with underlying needs and or beliefs about how we need to have our needs met, okay? So these core needs are basically the root of all of our motivations, all right? So you do A because you want B, you do B because you want C. Simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Right. So what determines what our most valuable needs are is how we prioritize certain decisions and actions, and often those things are done without our awareness, all right? So each person values one or more of these needs more than others, all right? And if you guys can hear that noise outside, I do apologize, but the landscapers are cutting down the bushes around the perimeter of the building. And of course they choose to do it today and not on Saturday when they usually do all of the pruning. But nevertheless, we're here and let's go. All right, so the 6 human needs are, number 1, certainty and comfort. 2, uncertainty and variety. 3 is significance. 4 is love and connection. Those first 4 are considered the needs of the personality, all right? And then number 5 is growth, and number 6 is contribution, and those 2 needs are considered the needs of the spirit, all right? So need number 1, how would you describe it? It's basically at our core, we feel like we need to control what's going on in our reality, right? This makes us feel like we have some form of security. This allows us to feel comfortable in our life. This helps us to be able to avoid pain but create pleasure, all right? And now it's really like a survival mechanism, and let me give you an example, right? So you can control, you want to be able to control like the people in your life, right? You may have had a very unstable childhood. You didn't have any control over who was coming in and out of your home. Maybe your parent was addicted to some type of substance. I'm just giving you an example. I'm making it up in my head as it goes along. And so now as an adult, you are very, very controlling about who comes in and out of your house. You control who your children are allowed to hang out with. You just control. All right? It brings you comfort in knowing that you have the ability to say yay or nay to whoever is in your life. All right? So certainty makes you feel safe emotionally, psychologically, as well as physically. And depending on how much we value certainty will depend upon what type of risks we take in our lives. So if you value certainty, like in very, very high regards, like if from levels 1 to 10, 10 being high, 1 being low, and your certainty is at like level 9, and that's how high you put it on in the ranking of your needs, then you might be someone who may not venture out very far from your home because you don't know what to expect, like within your community. You may not travel abroad because you don't know what's going on in these other countries. You may not know how to speak the language. You may just be very unsure of not only yourself, but what other people could bring into your life if you travel a certain distance away from home. All right, that's the simplest example I can give you, but still, that's what it is. Okay. With that being said, I do want to insert a little blip. Okay, change attracts changes. All right. So things will feel like they are falling apart, but really what's happening is that they are falling together, right? So as we go through this journey together, this hero's journey, you are going to begin to see a lot of change happening in your physical life as you change subconsciously, as you change energetically, as you change psychologically. You're going to start to become a different person. And as you become a different and better person, a more higher vibrational individual, then you're also going to start seeing that the things in your life is changing. People may leave, new people may come in. What you're doing is you are attracting to you what you are. All right, that's how everything works. If you are, on a journey of truly trying to live in your purpose, whatever that purpose is, you are going to start to attract the things that are going to uplift you and that are going to put you more in alignment with your purpose. All right. So I just wanted to share that. I had that little blip and it was just like, I need to make sure that y'all know that. Now, need number 2 is uncertainty and variety. So yes, it's very, very different. It's the total opposite of need number 1, which was certainty and comfort. Okay. But again, there's duality in all things, right? So if you follow me, you'll know on my page, I do mention duality a lot. There's dark and light, there's black and white, there's good and bad, there's positive and negative. Everything has a duality. So as you change, you will notice that there's going to be a shift. There's going to be a polar shift in the things that are happening in your life. The things that you like to do now may not be the same in 2 weeks from now. There's going to be a duality. There's going to be a shift. Things are going to change. And I promise you that it's going to be difficult, right? But it's going to end up working in your favor. Because as I said before, people that may have been in your life for years may begin to, venture on out because they're no longer in like your vibrational field. Okay. So uncertainty and variety, again, it's the complete opposite of need 1, which was certainty. But you have to think about like, what would happen if you knew every single day what was going to happen, right? Like the Truman Show. Every day was the same thing. There was no spice. There was no excitement to your life. It would just be very, very dull, very boring, very monotonous. All right. So being able to deal with uncertainty is also a skill that you can develop. So again, as you start associating uncertainty and change with something that will create happiness and joy, or something that's going to help you to achieve your dreams, your desire for certainty will increase. Okay. Now, need number 3 is significance. Significance is basically, we all have this need to feel important. Whether we feel important because we make a lot of money, we feel important because we have a big house, or we feel important just because we have 1,711 educational degrees. Okay. There are endless ways to feel significant. People will go to great lengths to feel significance in their life. But again, it's a need. It is a human need, and everyone somewhere, some way wants to feel important. Okay, go ahead and leave me some likes if this is resonating with you. Let me move my camera a little closer. If this is resonating with you, share this with the people that follow you. Share this with Facebook. Send it to somebody's text messages, just to let them know what's going on, what we're learning here, what we're doing together. All right. The need number 4 is love and connection. Whether we realize it or not, we all need love. We all need to feel connected to somebody or something, whether if it's a significant other, whether if it's just relationships at work, whether it doesn't matter if it's, even just a group in general. We all have a need for some type of love and connection. However, some people are lacking so greatly in love and connection that they will basically settle for any type of connection, and then that could lead to like trauma bonding. That could lead to being a part of toxic relationships, because the other person guaranteed knows that you are with them or you are friends with them because you don't have really anything else going for you, and you're desperate for that type of connection. Now, connections can happen through friendships. They can happen through a connection that you may have with your pets. You may have a connection with nature, or you may have like a connection to people like through social media. That's like less constructive, but still you have that connection. Whatever they talk about, whatever they do, what they look like, things like that. If they make you laugh, like whatever it is, there's something with that person through social media that resonates with you. But again, it's less constructive. And what we're trying to do is build constructive relationships, constructive connections through love, friendships, things like that. Things that are positive, things that are going to lift us up. And again, a lot of people have connections with others because they are people pleasers. They may just enjoy making other people happy. But again, it can be less constructive because they're not putting themselves first. And I always say, be selfish. Be selfish with your energy. Be selfish with your time. Take care of you first. Excuse me. Need number 5 is growth. All right. So think about how if there's no growth in a certain aspect of your life, then that area of your life potentially could just die. I'll give you an example. I'm currently going through a divorce. I'm not ashamed to say that. Getting a divorce has saved my life. Give me some likes if you understand what I'm talking about. Nevertheless, there became a point in our relationship where we were no longer growing together. We were no longer, doing the things that were best for the family. It became a situation where he was looking out for himself. I was looking out for me, because what he was doing was causing harm. So there wasn't any growth. The relationship was dying, right? So if you are not growing, then it doesn't matter that what you're creating, if your exterior world is falling apart, right? So for me, I'm growing as a person in my spirituality. I'm understanding, what I'm gaining a better understanding of who I am spiritually. But it didn't matter, because my exterior world, my life in my home, was not conducive to the life that I was creating in my soul, in my heart. They were mismatch, okay? So I'm sorry. if you, what am I saying? So the need for certainty can hold you back from growth, right? Always having to know what was going on can lead you to feel empty. It can lead you to not feel true fulfillment. So a part of my life and in leaving the relationship allowed me to grow, allowed me to dive into my better understanding of how things are going to look when they are uncertain, right? I wasn't sure where I was going to live. I wasn't sure where I was going to go. I wasn't sure how things would end up as far as our relationship, co-parenting. I wasn't sure, but I was willing to take that leap of faith upon myself so that I could live, so that I could breathe, so that I could be happy, so that I could just be me authentically and not have to live under the grips of chaos and confusion every day, all day. All right. Need number 6 is contribution. This is one that many people reflect on, like in later stages of their life. I mentioned yesterday that I am a end of life doula. What is that? That is someone who basically works with people either like way before they are going to exit this realm, before they're going to, pass on to the next life, with help assisting them with like finalizing their legacy. I could do things with them like such as telling their story, putting it in pen to paper, help them with providing resources for their end of life, their burial, their finding someone to get their trust or their will in order, helping them just through the process of their end of their life. I even help their family members too with their grieving. And one of the things that comes up so much when people are on that last piece of their life, that last bit, is their need for contribution. They're remembering all the things that they didn't get to do. They're remembering all the things that they wanted to do and just didn't have the time, or they feel as if they didn't give enough time to their loved ones, or to themselves. Many people, I had this one lady, and she was so sweet, but she said that she didn't get to spend enough time with her kids, and she feels like she didn't teach them enough in order for them to like live on their own. Now these people her kids at the time were like in their 50s, and I'm like, well, I think they'll be okay. I think they will know how to make it, but when you're a concerned parent, you're always going to think that your kids, no matter how old they are, they're your babies, So she felt as if she did not, or was not able to give them enough of her time and knowledge because she was someone who had to work. So a lot of her time was spent out of the home, making sure that she was able to provide for her family. It's at these times when we're at our later stages in life where we realize that life is not just about me. It's about us. It's about the community. It's about the family, right? So the feeling that we are contributing to others can help us to overcome our biggest changes, and it could lead us to our purpose. So life really is about creating a meaning, and I honestly believe that comes from giving, right? Giving your time, giving your energy to things that really resonate with your heart, things that make your heart sing. For me, I love teaching. I love sharing my knowledge, and I love people asking questions and giving their opinions, and then we can deep dive together to see what it all means, you know? I love that. Doing this right now makes me feel like a billionaire. It makes me feel like I have everything that I need. I am happy in this moment, in this space right now. I am happy because I get to be here with you, and I get to share with you the tools that I used to transform my life and to live the life that I needed and that I wanted. And with every day, every passing moment, I know that I can continuously transform, because maybe tomorrow I might decide, oh, you know what? I want to have a life where I live on a farm. And so now I'm going to begin to transform my life. I mean, I may not be taking care of animals, but the land will be farmland, right? So now I can begin the process of changing and becoming that person that owns farmland. You see what I'm saying? So the whole point in all of this is that you have to decide your hierarchy of needs. What needs of yours are the most important? Okay, so let me share with you constructive ways that you can meet these 6 human needs. So a way for you to meet your human need of certainty is to have a daily routine. You're going to have something that you do every day, right? And not because it's like you have to. It's because you enjoy it, right? Every day I enjoy the routine of making coffee. Like, that's just something that I do every day. I may not drink it. I might just have it for like the kids or something. Well, my oldest, he's the only one that drinks coffee, but you have a routine. You may wake up at a certain time every day. You may pray, you may meditate, you may do yoga, you may listen to your favorite podcast. There's certain things that you can do every day. That's a part of your routine. You may have some type of community that you're a part of, and you are involved with whatever's going on within that community. Maybe it's a friend group and you guys get together every third Thursday for cocktails. I don't know, but you have a routine that gives you certainty and gives you an understanding of control, that this is what we're going to do. This is a part of my life. This is what I'm doing. No matter what happens, this is what I'm doing. Okay? Now, another way to meet your need when it comes to like variety and uncertainty is by adding some diverse experiences to your life. And that can be anything as big as maybe going for a walk down a street that you've never been on before, or something as great as maybe, putting a map on the wall, getting some darts, and then throwing a dart at the map, and then going to wherever that dart lands on the map. That's where you go on vacation. You see, it's an experience that's diverse. It's something new, and it gives you the opportunity to experience new things as well as build some new skills. Because if you say you're from Mexico, and you throw the dart and it lands on, I don't know, Japan. Now you get the experience of traveling to Japan. Maybe you've never been there before. And you get the experience of learning the language and the culture. All right? Another way is through significance, right? How we feel important. You can meet the need of feeling significant or feeling important by using your talents and skills, sharing them with people, teaching people. Maybe you're a woods craftsman, and you want to start teaching classes to kids, high school kids, middle school kids, on how to build things, right? These are some things that you can do to make you feel significant or important. Now, with love and connection, when I was going over this, before I came online, I was going over my notes, and this song popped in my head by Jesse Powell called You. And so now with love and connection, you can meet this need by establishing lifelong friendships, adding more time with like-minded people, as well as improving your relationship skills. And so that song by Jesse Powell popped in my head, and it was that part where he's talking about how he's going to surrender all to love. And I thought that was very interesting, because here is somebody who was committing themselves to somebody else, right? Then that took me down the rabbit hole of, it's so important to truly learn how to build relationships that are on a stable foundation. It's important that, and I'm speaking from experience, it's important that we like the person that we are with. Don't just be with somebody just because you're lonely. Because not only are you wasting your time, you're wasting their time too. If you're lonely and you want to be with somebody, get to know yourself. Date yourself. Have fun with yourself. Take yourself on a date to the movies once a week, once a month, whatever. Figure out what you really like to do when you're alone. You know, find a really cool like bookstore, series on TV, something that you really love. Get to know yourself. Don't just be like, and again, you can do whatever you want to do, but don't just be giving your time and energy to anybody all willy-nilly just because you're lonely. Get a cat, get a dog. I promise you, getting a pet will keep you from being lonely. So, like, they're like the most neediest things I've ever met in my life. But yeah, make sure that you are friends with your lover. Make sure that you actually like them. Make sure that you actually like give a damn about their needs. Don't just marry people because, you know, they keep the house clean and they do the laundry and they cook and they take care of you and the kids and they're providing for you as if they are your second parent, right? Make sure that you are sharing your life with someone who you trust, who you know, right? And who you actually care about. There's nothing more there is nothing more disheartening than to realize that you have spent years with somebody just to realize that they didn't like you. Or you've spent years with somebody and you didn't like them. Like y'all were just in it just to be in it. Like we didn't have nothing to do on Friday, so we got married. What? I'm sorry, y'all. I digress. All of that came from a Jesse Powell song called You. Look it up on, I don't know, Spotify and Amazon Music, iTunes, whatever, YouTube. Do that. Moving forward, growth. You can meet the need of growth by constantly learning. For example, reading a new book, going on YouTube. There's so many amazing channels on YouTube. I've recently learned about a YouTube channel called Reverend Ike Legacy. He's basically a minister, but he talks about like how to manifest, right? So he puts the religious and the more like spiritual information together. He's amazing. I mean, these videos are like older. Has already transitioned over, but the information is out of control, phenomenal. Then there's another YouTuber, but I think his last name is Doherty, but his name is Aaron. He talks about like occult type information, frequency, vibrational stuff, things like that. And then there's a lady by the name of Sonia Coquette, and she talks about vibrational energy, intuition, things like that. So I do recommend those to you. But in regards to growth, surround yourself with people that motivate you and challenge you to become a better person. That is how you're going to meet that need for growth, all right? And lastly is contribution. You will meet the need of contribution by sharing your talents and passions with others. You can also engage in causes that are meaningful to you, right? So if you want to do something like different cancer, MS, autism, what else is there? Any type of like community organization, you can do that. Or if you want to volunteer, I don't know if they still do volunteers at the hospital where people come and will rock the babies and things like that, but contribute your time, knowledge, and energy to things that really resonate with you and things that are going to fulfill your heart. All right? So before I let you go, I want to ask you guys a few questions. This is like your homework, okay? Things that you should ask yourself, right? What needs are most important to you? Is your need for love most important? Most important? Is your need for growth most important? What about how do you meet your needs? What are you doing to make sure that your needs are met? The next question is, which area of need are you currently struggling with the most? Which area of need are you currently struggling with the most? Question number 4 is, in what way do you feel like your need is not being met? In what way do you feel like your need is not being met? Question number 5. What do you believe is necessary for your need to be met? What do you believe is necessary for your need to be met? Excuse me, I'm a little congested. And the last question, question number 6, is how can you meet these needs in a way that will help you truly be fulfilled? How can you meet these needs in a way that will help you truly be fulfilled? All right, you guys, I think I'm going to end there for today. Please remember to follow me, like and share this live video. And if you missed any of this live so far, please know that like within the next hour or so, I will be posting it to my YouTube channel. You can find the details in my profile, but please make sure that you're following me here on TikTok so that when I do go live, you'll be notified and we can go on this hero's journey together of total life transformation. I am so thankful, so humble and grateful that you guys joined me today. So you guys, I will see you tomorrow and have a great day. I love you. Bye.